Real Animals Fishing Show is presented by Mosaic, helping the world grow the food it needs. And by Yellowfin Yachts. Hey gang, today I'm back in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm with my good friend Captain Lee Blick. It's summertime on the west coast of Florida, and that means snook on the beach. That's what we're doing. If I were you, I wouldn't touch that dial because it's going to be off the hook. A short run this morning. We've got a pretty beautiful morning. We didn't get a real early start. We've got kind of a mid-morning tide change that Lee's been fishing here, and the fish haven't really been biting until the tide turns and starts to come in. Along the west coast, especially here around Tampa, St. Petersburg, there's a lot of these barrier islands. And right now we're working just the inside of a barrier island, real beachy area. And in the summertime, the snook congregate here along the passes and all that to go to spawn. And so that's kind of why we're targeting them. Their appetites go through the roof. You can really have a good day, and it's one of the areas and times of the year that you can catch that snook of a lifetime. So hopefully we'll get some big fish action today to make a good show. What kind of water temp do we have right now? It's been warm, but we've had some rain.
It's cooled down a little bit. A couple degrees it did go down, but it's still, upper mid 80s, so it's
pretty warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those summer rains, that's one of the bonuses to that summer rain, is it'll drop that water temp a little bit and make the fish a little more active. Get a little snooky to open, huh?
We got to work our way to the big ones. We can't just start off big.
That's it. I see you working.
You see how it works?
I see you working. You can get frustrated by catching, under the slot snook, but it's really silly because that's our fishery. That's our future fishery right there. You're supposed to put me on fish, right? You're not supposed to
I put
take
you
the
on.
spotlight.
I didn't say you're going to catch it. I just put you on. There you go, little guy. You're a better fish.
That one's got some shoulders on it.
Yeah, it does. Key, come on. Come here. Come here. We got you. Now listen. I'll let you go.
I'd hold that one.
Is he right there?
Yep. We got a porpoise right here next to the boat, and he's waiting for us to release him.
He's waiting for us to throw him down, so we're going to go ahead and keep him to save him so he don't become lunch for Flipper.
Am I on the board?
Yeah. Look at him.
Slightly on the board. They get so silver up here on the beach, I mean, look at that fish. That's a nice trout. That's a nice trout. Trout do the same things too. They kind of congregate around the passes. Again, the bait's really the key. Get those big pods of bait on the beach. Oh, we're getting, No. This one I can legally drop in the well, which is what I'm gonna do, because I don't want the porpoise to eat them. We will not be taking this fish home, but I do not want to feed them to the porpoises. This time of year, snook season is closed, so it's illegal to possess them. In this case, I've got a porpoise right next to the boat. As soon as that porpoise leaves, I'm gonna release that fish. I don't recommend you do it, because if you forget and you drive off with that snook in your live well and you get pulled over, you're gonna get a ticket. But we're gonna make sure that we don't do that. Like I said, the trout we just put in there, I'm just preserving that trout as well. We're not taking fish home today. We're just out here catch and release, but I want that trout to live.
It's funny how they know, isn't it?
They know.
They know when there was a fish hooked, and they know
You
to
bet.
come to the boat.
You bet.
And they were sitting out there just waiting, it's just...
They're really smart. That's a smart creature right there. It's one of the biggest problems we have in our fishery. The porpoises and the sharks kind of tuning in to fish that we've just released, whether it be tarpon or redfish, trout, snook. They get tuned into that easy meal. Now you're just showing off, dude. You're out of control. That's a good fish there. Nice fish. Yeah, you gotta get it in. Get it in. You're going in bass mode. You're good, you're good. You're good. Atta boy. Tell me those porpoises don't know. So weird they can pick up on that easy. The minute Lee hooked that fish, those porpoises came from all the way up there down here to see if they could get to that snook. It's a very, very smart creature, the porpoise. The bite, a little slow starting here this morning. We got some porpoises in the area, making some of these snook a little nervous, but Captain Lee's caught a couple of really nice snook here this morning. I got a nice trout, so things are coming along a little bit. The tide still could get going a little better, which will help us out. We got in here just as that tide started to come in. This has been an incoming tide bite here this week. We're on the back side of the full moon, and that's usually the case just after the moon. As that water gets moving good midday, you'll get a bite, let that moon settle a little bit and things will get going for you, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. So hopefully it'll just continue to get better. Lee is whooping me, and I think he's enjoying it. Yeah. Oh, you deserved a little tree time right there. Keep your eyes out for the, oh, I'm on the board with a snook. A little snook, but we are on the board with a snook. Beggars can't be choosers. So we'll take our little snook and, all right, now it's two fish to 3 fish. Turn them upside down, kind of relax nice. Again, if you'll notice how light colored they get, kind of chiming in with the beach, the light colored sand. They use that to hide from the birds. They get up there skinny. Where's our friends at?
They're over here.
Close?
Yeah, they're right here.
Again, great, great fish here. Summertime, west coast of Florida, east coast of Florida for that matter, the beaches just load up with snook. One of the truly great Florida game fish, kind of from the just north of Tampa, up around Newport Richey and all that to the south. Again, we're gonna, how far out is that one?
Good. It's going the opposite direction.
Okay, good. I didn't make a big splash there. We got that one back in the water. Watching for our friends, the porpoise. Great, great game fish. If you've never been snook fishing before, it's really a lot of fun, great fish, and if we luck out and hook into a big fish today, you'll fully get the idea why. They're just fight, jump, great fish. You notice, because we have a lot of birds, we have the traditional chum bat out, but we haven't chummed yet, and we're still hooking some fish. A lot of times if you get in here and you throw a bat of chum out right away, you're gonna draw those birds. You might draw some excitement from the fish, but we've got those porpoises over here. Sometimes keeping things calm and quiet and just fishing nice and slow and easy is a better way to go than just filling this whole shoreline with pilchards and a chum bat. You know, you get the birds in here, sometimes that can spook some of these bigger snooks. So something to think about when you're out there. A lot of people like to throw a lot of chum, but it's not always the best way to attack the situation. That was a great boil. I saw that one eat. That was super cool, dude. Watching a snook destroy a bait on the top is super cool.
Generally, I tell my clients, take your time, take your time, take your time. But now, hurry and get them in, get them in. It's like...
That's a nice fish there, too. That's a good fight right there. Got some shoulders on it, been eating some of these baits on the beach. Nice, there you go.
A nice little snook.
Good fish.
You gotta work your way through the small ones to get to the big ones. If you spend enough time here, the big ones will eat.
You just pulled the hook?
Yeah, I pulled the hook on that one. He didn't have it all the way in his mouth, I guess, because he even left me the bait.
You're out of control. Nice fish, atta boy.
0 for 3, 0 for 3.
You lost that one too?
Yeah, I'm setting it too soon.
Well, I don't think he's doing all that much wrong, really. He thinks he's setting the hook a little too soon, but I think what's happening is just the way they're eating. They're on guard a little bit because of the porpoises, and I just don't think they're clobbering that bait. So, and we're using circle hooks, which is something I really, really recommend. getting comfortable with a circle hook, and it takes some people that have been fishing a long time to get comfortable with them, because you don't set the hook like you do on a traditional J hook. All you have to do is reel and raise your rod tip, and that circle will just catch it right in the corner. He's got another one. Attaboy, that one he's got. And I think when they eat this time of year, because they're going to spawn, they eat with such vigor that it's a good idea to fish with the circle hooks.
What is it with your...
I don't know. It's a circle hook, dude. Do you use circle hooks?
Yeah.
Oh. I gotta try to sabotage him somehow. He's killing me.
In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Lee and I are using 7-foot 7-inch Omen and Envy medium heavy fast action spinning rods by 13 Fishing, Quantum Cabo, Boca, and Smoke 40 spinning reels with 15-pound braided line and 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. We're using 2-aught Nautilus Light circle hooks with 3 to 4-inch live pilchards for bait. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. 13 Fishing, make your own luck. Miralure, the record setters.
Still working the beach here. Kind of a, not a crazy bite, but we're picking at some fish. Lee's had 3, 4, 5 fish to the boat, plus he's missed 3 or 4. I've got a couple on. Lee's kind of putting on the old clinic today, which I think is good because it means I'm probably going to catch a real big fish here any minute. But again, we haven't been doing a lot of chumming. We're sitting on the beach, the tide's moving. Summertime, moving water is going to always be your key. Got to have the right live bait. Again, I think circle hooks are key, and patience. It's a beautiful day, it's not too hot, we got a light breeze. Fish these beach areas nice and slow, let the baits present naturally in the tide. You have a real good shot at catching that snook of a lifetime, there's no doubt about it.
Fish on. So I figured if I get you back there, I can catch me another fish.
What are you doing? Catching another one?
Yeah.
You're killing me, dude. Oh boy. Here you go. I might as well help you catch him.
I actually cheated on him. I saw him on the bank.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
Nice. Right in the corner of the mouth. Just like I said, that circle hook gets them right there in the corner of the mouth. And this time of year, both these males, the little males like this, and the females, they're eating with vigor to go to spawn. So you want to make sure that you are using circle hooks, because a lot of times when they're eating like this, they'll eat that bait so hard and so aggressively that they'll get that hook right down in their gullet. It's really hard for that fish to make it through that. So this time of year, circle hooks are absolutely the way to go. You should use them year round, but even if you don't, this time of year when you know you can't take a snook home because snook season's closed, go ahead, fish some circle hooks.
Yeah, on the way in, we got that spot there by the marina. We'll go over there and catch 5, 6 more.
Perfect.
They're good biting over there. And no porpoises and no birds.
Double win.
Yeah.
What we did here, Lee moved us off that beachy area to one of the Bay Area bridges. This is 3 or 4 bridges here that kind of, the water flows up inside Tampa Bay, and we're sitting on some rock edge right here, which adds some structure. Got a lot of sand, again, an area where the bait concentrates. We've got an incoming tide, and as the water kind of condenses down to go through these bridge passes, it picks up a little bit, so it creates great moving water and a lot of big fish in these areas. You got the deep water of the pass itself for protection and safety from the heat, and it's just a great place to fish. We'll see if we can't pick up a couple of big fish and see what we can do. I already missed one, so let's see if I can catch one of these buggers. That was a good fish. If he eats it, you're gonna have major issues. Did you miss him?
Come up and bluefish, jack.
Jack, looks like a jack.
Snook swimming past him.
Yeah, I see the snook. Like I said, you never know what you catch.
Yeah, not much to talk up with these guys, but they are fun. I mean, pound for pound.
That's one of our funner fish to catch right there.
If you're not out here glorifying for snook, pound for pound, these fish are the best fighters there are. Jack Crevalle, other known as the bay tuna.
One thing about that jack is he's opportunistic.
Oh yeah.
There's a bait in there, that jack will go get it. You know, a lot of these passes too, because the water moves through here so good, because you have good structure, you never know what you're gonna catch. You can catch, you know, redfish and black drum and the snapper get on these bridges, sharks, all kinds of different species. We're targeting snook, hoping to catch a big snook anyway. You never know what we'll catch. He lumped it. We get in front of a big one, it's gonna be something else, I can tell you that. I can tell you that for sure, because it sure lumped it. Again, that beachy color, because they're on the beach here. He ate it, I thought I had a big fish. Stuck him right in the snout. Took a swing at it, got it right in the nostril. Oh, snook. It's really, really so good to see, and we say it and say it and say it, but that bad freeze killed off so many of our fish. It's so great that we can actually target these fish and catch big fish and little fish. It's absolutely incredible. West Central Florida snook fishery is coming alive again.
The Reel Animals Fishing Show, Tip of the Week, is brought to you by Mosaic.
Hey gang, today's tip of the week is really pretty simple, but it's something we don't think about all the time. Summertime here in Florida gets really, really hot, whether it's alcohol or sodas, anything like that, has a tendency to dehydrate us, especially out in the sun. You need to make sure you take in a lot of water out here. You can really, really dehydrate a lot quicker than what you're thinking, especially if you're on a great day, you're catching a lot of fish. The next thing you know, you end up dizzy, you end up real sweaty, you end up in a bad situation on the water, a long way from help. So something I want you to remember to do is make sure you drink plenty of water while you're on the water and stay hydrated. It's going to help you get through your days and enjoy your time on the water a whole lot better.
Reel Animals Tip of the Week, brought to you by Mosaic.
We worked our way down this whole shoreline. We saw a whole bunch of fish. We had a couple bites. We landed a fish, missed a couple of really, really good fish, which were the fish we've been looking for all day. We had 2 big fish bites, and we missed both of them, which happens. And those are the fish you can't afford to miss if that's what you're trying to do in your day, is catch those, you know, a couple of really, really big fish to make your whole day. But it was really tough to get those fish to chew down that edge. And you know, from day to day, especially in the summertime, you're just gonna have that. There's a lot of bait on that edge. A lot of those fish could have fed for most of the night and maybe they're full, it's just hard to tell. But we're gonna hit this point here one time. We got, again, some grass, some rocks, some really good moving water. We'll just kind of keep working and see if we can pull that one good fish out of here, kind of make our day. The pieces of this just look fishy. It just kind of comes together. You got the deep water of the channel right here.
All this food just washing right down that side to them.
I mean, it's like a little food highway, you know. It's like the food court at the mall. You know, areas like this that have this great food source running through it and good tide flow and all that, all the pieces to it, they end up good for catching all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? The mackerel get here and the trout get here and the snook get here, catch redfish here, and the grouper will get on the rocks. I mean, just, you know what I mean?
We're a smorgasbord of fish right in these corners like this.
Yeah. Good tidal movement, quality food to eat, just makes sense. Safety, you know, they can get to the deep water, they can get to the grass, they can get the, you know, plenty of ambush points for them to feed off of. Those are the things that you gotta have if you're gonna have consistent fish holding in these areas. Gotta have that food source.
Those
Gotta
are the
have
things
the,
you want to look for.
right, you gotta have the escape route. They gotta be able to get out of there, place to go hide. And you gotta have some ambush points where they can sit and kind of lay in wait for that bait to come drifting by. Just a good, we just need a fish. Just need to put our hands on a fish. There's a dancer, that a baby. That a baby. Whew, that fish jumped all over that bait.
You did.
Whew, man. Oh, perfect.
Quick release.
Hey, give me some. That a boy.
We'll take that.
Woo! That was so cool. That fish, that bait got in there, fish just jumped right on it. Woo! Captain Lee Blick, my very good friend. Absolutely a fantastic time this morning.
Great time, man. Had a good time today, man.
Yeah, we had a couple opportunities at the big ones, couldn't close the deal.
That's fishing, babe.
No doubt.
That's
That's
why
the
it
way it
brings us
works.
back. You know
Yeah.
what we say. You know, I tell the clients every day. You know, that's what happens. Is like
Sometimes Mother Nature wins.
sometimes they're smarter than us. Who says that? So,
No doubt about it. If you're coming to West Central Florida, and we certainly hope you do, you want to do some beach snook fishing, this is one of the best in the business. Captain Lee Blick, I can hook you up with him. Give us a call at 1-866-GAME-FISH. You want some great fishing information, you can log on to the website, realanimalsfishingteam.com. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook at Facebook/RealAnimals, and whatever you do, don't let your kid be the one that got away.
Real Animals Fishing Show has been brought to you by Mosaic, helping the world grow the food it needs.